This boy going to prison. I don't care what anybody says. He is going to prison. Listen, welcome back to Hot Topics TV, y'all. If you ain't never been here before, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Click the bell next to the subscribe button so you are notified every time a new update or new video is uploaded to Hot Topics TV. Now let's get into this topic. YNW Melly, his trial court dates update. Crime scene photos introduced in a double murder case, all that video evidence introduced, and circumstantial evidence introduced. YNW Melly is sitting there as if he is going to beat this case, get out, and rap about it. Let me say something before I even get into the details of what's taking place right now. For the people who don't understand what's going on, this is a young man, a young rapper who actually made it. When you make it into the industry to where people like Kanye West is tapping into what you're doing in the music industry, then you have officially made it. When you make it to where people like Adele and other people like that are singing your songs and repeating your stuff, you've actually made it, right? But you have people out there who are narcissistic. You have people out there who are past narcissistic. They're crazy. Now, I know I'm passing my judgment a little bit, but all evidence points to, so far, this young man known as YNW Melly as being a part of the persons who murdered his friends, his own friends. And there were pictures and videos out before documenting their rise in the music entertainment business and showing that he was with these friends. These are what you call your day ones, man. These are your homies. These are your play kids friends. Okay, we've been down since we in the sandbox days, kind of 8, 9, 10-year-old days, and made it into young adulthood and got some success through our music and decided to take their lives. Now people are asking, why the hell would somebody decide to do that? Well, some people are evil. Some people are crazy. Some people do believe that sacrifices must be made. Some people do believe that this is a great sacrifice. Execute two of your friends, two of your closest friends, who, by the way, shared the same goals and aspirations that you did of making it in the industry. Execute them, kill them, murder them, and then after you do that, beat the murder case, sit tight in prison, go through the fire, beat the murder case, and then when you get out is when you will get your lick back. You rap about it, and you will be shooting straight to the top of the charts. A lot of people will always believe that you did it but got away with it. But a lot of people also, just because they're fans, will believe that, oh, the system was trying to hold a young black man down. And that's the reason why they were prosecuting and persecuting him, because he didn't do it. He didn't do it. Listen, when you go to Law and Crime on YouTube and you watch it live, the trial is going on right now. I want y'all to go over there and watch this trial. Go to Law and Crime on YouTube and subscribe and get in that comment section and watch the whole trial unfold. I would advise you, though, to close the comment section after you said what you wanted to say constructively if you're a mature person with intelligent thought. There are a lot of children who are in the comment section, and they are just going off. Thousands and thousands of comments about just nothing and being disrespectful and all that. So if you want to see people laughing and joking while they're talking or discussing the murder of two individuals, then you can stay in that comment section. If you are a bit more high vibrational and a bit more intelligent than that, you make your comments and you close the comment section and pay attention to the screen as this one unfolds. I'm following lawandcrime.com right now, reading through the information that they've put out, because they are the ones who are following this case close up. Stay updated in the trial against YNW Melly, whose birth name is Demel. Listen to his name. His name is Jamel Demons. like demons, like you're fighting demons, like this is a demon from hell. Demons, you cannot make this stuff up. They say sometimes life is stranger than fiction, and I think this is one of the cases. I'm wondering if Jamel Demons actually believed that he is a demon himself. Honestly, he looks like the kind of person to me that switches between personalities. However, let's go through what Law and Crime put up here. According to Law and Crime says that the up-and-coming star is accused of killing his two friends, also who were rappers. Then he attempted to stage a murder scene by saying that it was a drive-by shooting in the Miami area. Now, testimonies from the crime scene technicians and investigators took up the majority of the day on Tuesday, which was yesterday. Dozens of crime scene photos. Tuesday, which was the 13th of June. 13th of June. That was day 2 of his trial. Testimonies on Tuesday from crime scene technicians and investigators took up the majority of that day. Dozens of crime scene photos were also introduced to the jury. The court is expected to resume on the 14th, which is Wednesday, which is today, at 9 a.m. in the morning. Now, the story goes, in October of 2018, YNW Melly, best friend, Cortland Henry, a.k.a. YNW Bartland, showed up to a Miami area hospital claiming that his friends were hit during a drive-by shooting. He said that they were bleeding outside in his car. This is according to the rapper's affidavit. First responders and investigators found Anthony Williams, aka YNW Sack Chaser, and Christopher Thomas, aka YNW Juvie. As you can see, they all shared the same YNW before whatever names they chose. They were really tight, right? YNW Sack Chaser and YNW Juvie, with multiple gunshot wounds in the car. Both of them were already dead. Henry told the detectives that he had just left the recording studio with Williams and Thomas in Fort Lauderdale when a car pulled up and started shooting them, the police say. Henry said that he was able to duck from the bullets, but Williams and Thomas were hit. When officers showed up to the scene of the crime, police found no evidence that there had been a shooting. Detectives confirmed. As officers continued to investigate, surveillance video showed Melly, Henry, Williams, and Thomas together in Henry's car when Henry claimed that the shooting happened. According to Melly's arrest report, after looking at a phone data and blood splatter evidence, detectives said that it was clear that the group were together the night of the crime and that the victims had been shot inside of the car, not outside in a drive-by shooting. I want you to continue to watch this. I want you to continue to see how these young people nowadays are like, free Melly. He didn't do it. Kanye West did it. He didn't do it. Jamie Foxx did it. He didn't do it. Anybody else did it but him. Free him. Even though all the evidence points to Melly actually doing it. I want you to specifically look at one of the evidence where they show how the shots were made. Now, they have some damning evidence against Melly, and this is the reason why I said I don't think he's getting out. If he gets out, this is my prediction. If he gets out, somebody wants him to be out so he can make money for them. There's a lot of money to be made in the music industry. Let's not get it twisted. Millions and millions and millions of dollars. So if he gets out, it's because somebody copped a deal with the devil and they're going to use him to further whatever agenda they can use him to further. He's a young, charismatic person, kind of weird sometimes in his character, but you know, appealing to many of the younger generation. So we'll stick our message to him, and that message will draw in the young crowd that we need to market our products along those lines. But there ain't no way otherwise that he's walking away from this. This is just my prediction, and I make this prediction because when you go to Crime and Law on YouTube, they have a poll going on. Not a stick, pole, gun, a poll. As in, do you think that he's going to be innocent or found guilty or hung jury or otherwise? And I put that he is going to be found guilty. When you see those bullet holes in what we call a tight group that went through the back of the front seat of that car, you realize that there's no way that those bullets could have came into the car and hit that one particular seat in the back of the seat in a drive-by shooting. Had to have been fired by someone who was sitting in the car in the back seat in that position. Well, guess what? They have surveillance footage that shows them loading into the car moments before the shooting. Remember, he showed up at the hospital and said we had just left the studio and somebody did a drive-by on us. Guess what? The surveillance video shows Melly actually getting into position in the car. 4 guys loading into a vehicle. He went into the vehicle and sat exactly in that same seat where all the shots, 7 bullet holes, were in the back of that seat. Yes. And then on top of that, you have more evidence with him being on the phone. And guess who he called? Fredo Bang, another rapper. He contacted Fredo Bang shortly after they committed the killings and said, come pick me up. And Fredo Bang picked him up. And then his other friend drove the bodies to the hospital and said it was only 3 of them in the vehicle. When initially asked by the police, were you in the vehicle with them that night? Melly says, no, I wasn't with them. Well, the surveillance video shows him going in. Now, I know some of his fans are going to say, well, maybe he was just nervous and he was just lying, or he's lying to cover somebody up. Listen, at this point of the game, it's not time to tell a lie. It's time to man up, right? The surveillance camera shows you going into the car and sitting in the position where ballistics says somebody who was sitting right there where the surveillance camera showed you going and sitting, somebody who was sitting right there, which is you, fired a gun. And this is how they killed their friends, man. Their friends. And people are still saying, free them. I don't want to talk too much about the details of this yet. I will summarize this whole trial later, but I'm just getting you up to speed as to what is going on. For the first time, I saw him look nervous in court yesterday. Melly is always smiling and looking like he is happy and he is in a good place in prison and all that. But, you know, or in jail or wherever he's at. But yesterday, things didn't look like it was going the way how his attorneys planned. And then let's talk about the weird relationship between him and that female attorney that's sitting next to him. He looks at her as if he has hit that raw before. He looks at her as if, I don't know. He's been locked up for a while, so any female will do. She looks more like she could be his mama. Doesn't mean that she's not attractive. I'm just saying. But the way that he keeps looking at her, it's as if it's weird. It's as if they are flirting with each other. And on top of that, the book that she was holding, she raises a book up to his face and covers her mouth to say something to her client. And the book has something on the cover of the book that is pretty damn telling. I suggest that y'all go watch the trial and tune in, and we'll be discussing this some more. My question to you is this. Get up to speed. There's a lot of information out here about this trial. Get up to speed and then tell me if you think that YFN or YNW Melly is actually going to beat this case, or is he going to prison for life? The death penalty could very well be on the table here, right? And double murder, in the state of Florida could very well get you the death penalty. So we will see where this goes. Let's not forget, he shows no remorse whatsoever. We'll talk about this on another video, man. Hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned. Hit the bell so you're notified when we do another update. And keep it locked. I'm out. Peace.